Hi, so I was working through some shame issues this morning, some popularity stuff, and I felt a word come into my heart that goes like this: You're never going to be everyone's cup of tea, so don't compromise the quality of the leaf. And that word, that sentence, that metaphor really ministered to me, and there's so much truth in it. And it's not just for me. The reason why I'm sharing it is I know that there are people out there today, probably all of us on some level, need to be reminded that the way God has made you, the brew, if you like, the quality of tea leaf that you are, is who you're supposed to be. And you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. In other words, not everyone's going to like you. And actually, I'm reminded of something Jesus said, which was a strong word. He said, "Woe to you when everyone speaks well of you." And he then went on to say, because that's how they spoke about the false prophets. And the truth is, when we fully show up in our lives, when we become the truest version of who we really are, that's when we're the greatest blessing to the world and to the church. When we allow God's word, when we allow who he says we are to become who we fully are, that's when we're the perfect cup of tea, if you like. And we're all on that journey of becoming that. But the caution for all of us is that we don't water that down. We don't kind of try and compromise who God's made us to be so that everyone kind of likes us, so that we kind of keep everyone on side, so that everyone speaks well of us. That's just not the right way to go. I'm reminded of the fact that in the epistles, it talks about that, when we carry the fragrance of Christ, that's a smell of death to some people. So flat out, if you're following Jesus, some people are going to be repulsed by you. But, you just need to remember that you're carrying the fragrance of heaven. So, encouragement today: be who you are fully created to be. Be the cup of tea. Be the brew that God thought you up to be. It's not going to be to everyone's taste, but most importantly, it is to God's taste, and you are the biggest blessing you can be when you're that cup of tea. And when we're not that, when we compromise the quality of who we are, we're actually really agreeing with shame. We're hiding a certain part of ourselves. We're compromising that the fullness of that sound that God created us to be. And just another thing, just to throw in there: when you really are your true self, even people who don't necessarily like the taste of it, as in of you, will be blessed by you, because free people set people free. When we're truly free in who we are, then that will minister to other people and call them higher into being fully themselves. So God bless you to be the full brew that God created you to be.